Dozens of foreign-owned shops and properties have been looted in Pretoria West, Mamelodi and Atteridgeville over the last 2 weeks. And for more on the story, we are joined live by our ANN7 reporter, Kalden Ongmu from Atteridgeville. A very good morning to you, Kalden. Can you update us on the situation there?
Yes, thank you so much, Lauren. We were in Atteridgeville earlier where we saw protests, some of the protesters blocking streets, burning tires, and most people in small groups were headed to Pretoria CBD. We all know ahead of the march that is likely to take place from 11 a.m. Right now where I'm standing is in West Pretoria in WF Nkomo Street, previously known as Church Street, and what has been feared is turning into a reality now. I'm standing in one of the foreign shop that was looted a few hours back. This is owned by a Pakistani owner, but come in, we'll just give you a sneak peek of this whole shop that was looted here. When we came here, we saw a few security officials that were here with the owners, talking to them, and we have been speaking to some of the eyewitnesses, but here we have the shop owner who spoke to us a little earlier, but we're going to speak to him once again. Thank you so much, sir, for talking to us. Can you just tell us where are you from and what really happened here?
I'm from Pakistan. So the police told us don't open today, 23 and 24. So we didn't open 23, 24 even. So by today morning, I was not here in home. The march was passing. So some newspapers, those people were sleeping outside, and those they together, they start to break the shop. They break front of this. You can see there is a glass. They break it and they come inside. They took everything. You can see that all the shelf is empty.
But sir, you were aware of the march that is taking place today. You were informed about the march. You had taken precautions and closed your shop.
Yeah, I closed the shop. They break it. I closed. Since today I closed the shop. Yeah.
And you said you can assume about 50,000 rand of loss.
Because you can see this is my counter where they took from here. There, this whole everywhere it was the jean. Those was the shoes, shirts. This shelf are the blanket, comforter, bed, mattress, everything they take it. Yeah. Because they are busy. They're not giving permission to protect myself that time. Because everyone, there was too many, almost 30 minutes they was busy to taking the things.
Are you afraid? Do you as a foreigner feel vulnerable here in this country?
Yeah, you can see what is that is like that. Yeah.
There you go. That is the foreign shop owner here who says despite all the warnings that he had got, he had closed his shop for 2 days, but this morning he had to come to this. We haven't seen many police officers around, but my cameraman Morena will just give you shots and visuals of this shop here in West Pretoria in WF Nkomo Street. This is just one of the shops. And earlier also, when we were talking to some of the foreigners here, they did mention that particularly some of the people, not exactly the people that are against the foreigners, but people that indulge in Yope, they have looted specifically the foreign shop owners. This is a huge street. You can see most of the shops are closed here. Even in Atteridgeville, we saw most of the shops closed today. We have various eyewitnesses here, and they said that they're going to talk to us on this. Thank you so much, sir. You are a resident here. You are a local. Can you just tell us what you saw here this morning?
Okay, well, what I saw here this morning, there was a convoy about more or less about 200. They were walking the street on their way down. Then we heard a noise. First noise I heard, the shop, and the alarm, one of the alarms went off. Then we saw people carrying beds, carrying blankets, other side of the street. They walked all over to the bridge. After a while, there came a car. It was a blue Nissan. The one guy pulled out a firearm.
So basically it was a group of people that did this?
Yes, it was a group of people, more or less, give and take, let's say about 10 people.
But as a South African, how do you feel about this?
This is wrong. This is very, very wrong. You know, Mr. Nelson Mandela said, you know, it's a free country, free for all. So I mean, if they also just coming here to do a living.
As a South African, do you feel foreigners are stealing your job?
No, not with me.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. You see, those were the eyewitnesses, and some of the locals that live here say they do not support xenophobic attacks. After all, at the end of the day, these are African brothers who live in the same continent, and they should not be fighting. But you should know, at the end of the day, in a protest like this, there is always a criminal activity that seeps in through these kind of protests. But I can tell you from the things that I saw when I was making my way here, lots of young people in groups making their way to Pretoria CBD ahead of the march at 11 a.m.